This is item M52643. This is the Egg Harbor 10 6-ounce Faroe Island premium salmon fillets. This is easy pay at five easy pays at $21.80. This is also on auto delivery, which I'm really excited about. You can get this for every 60 days for 1 year, which is extremely exciting. So Brittany, there's been over 8 million, Brittany, of these salmon fillets sold since last year.
I know.
Which I'm trying to get my head around that, which is almost impossible. 8 million of these salmon fillets. It's incredible.
It really is, Chris. This is one of the more beautiful pieces of fish that are out there. There's a lot of people that don't eat salmon because they think it's too strong. This is not. It's a much more mild flavor. And also the texture, people have told me, oh, salmon's too dry. This one is incredibly moist, big flakes, and it cooks evenly each and every time. And all of that is really an attribute of the Faroe Islands.
Yeah.
So if you are not familiar with the location of where your food comes from and knowing your source, this is a great place to start. The Faroe Islands are located just north of Scotland. They're in an absolutely beautiful, pristine body of water. But what's really unique about the space is there's fjords and sounds are kind of surrounding the salmon in the North Atlantic Ocean, but between them is a very strong Arctic current that flows through, keeping the water incredibly cold and very clean. So then the salmon are pulled out of the water right there in the Faroes after they've been fed an all-natural, hormone-free, and antibiotic-free diet. And they are center cut, and the skin is taken off and the bones are taken out. But your piece every single time is going to be a vibrant orange color. And then you're going to have these white stripes. Chris will talk later today about the marbling of steaks. We saw it earlier in the sirloin. The marbling, same thing when it comes to a salmon. Those stripes right there break down and give us a really buttery texture. The color is that omega-3s, omega-6s, all that stuff that's really good for us. But then they're individually packaged and blast frozen. And I can't tell you how important that step is. That is what locks in all of the freshness. So you are actually eliminating another complaint that I've received about seafood in the home, the smell. When it's really fresh seafood, you will never get that scent.
Yeah, and just, I mean, look how beautiful this is, and everyone is perfectly, and that's why, Brittany, I think that there's over 8 million since last year sold, because they're coming to you like center cut. I mean, look at that. This is just a beautiful piece of salmon, and I'm going to talk about the smell.
Yes,
because
I'm sauteing right now,
yes.
So you can speak to that.
Well, salmon wasn't allowed in our house for the longest time, so I'm just letting you know. So we weren't allowed to have salmon because the smell was so fishy. Every time that I would bring salmon home, my wife was like, oh gosh, why? Like, I want to eat it. I know there's omega-3s, omega-6s, and all these great things, but the smell is killing me, hon. I just can't do it. So it was funny when we started with this salmon, and I remember the first time I actually brought it home, and I had the evil eye looking at me, and I'm like, listen, let me make this salmon. You're gonna love it. Not only did she love it, my daughters loved it, my granddaughters loved it. So this was something that we weren't even having because of the smell. You don't get that smell. You're not gonna have that normal fish smell that you normally get. And like you're cooking this right now, Brittany, and I have nothing.
No,
nothing. I smell the oil.
Exactly. And that's how it should be. I mean, when I make this with my garlic and onions, you really only smell those things. So if you're someone that has already written salmon off a long time ago, like you said, it just wasn't for you, I always recommend that people try this one. Again, over 8 million pieces have been sold at QVC alone, so it just goes to show it's won the customer best fish for 5 years in a row. It really is a special product. It changed the way that I ate in general, really knowing where a lot of my food comes from when it's important to do so. But salmon's also an incredibly versatile fish. There's almost any cooking method. We can air fry it, we can pan saute it, grill, bake, broil, poach, the list goes on. And it's versatile with what we pair it with as well. So right now, Chris is making something so simple. We're just going on a canned tuna fish style salad. Yep. So what he has here is a piece of salmon that Maybe it's left over. Maybe you wanted to just defrost it and go ahead and make it. But however you would make your canned tuna fish salad, we make this a lot for lunch. I'll put it in a lettuce wrap. I'll put it on a piece of wheat toast. Today, it's football season, so we have our crudité platter that I've set out. I'll make it as a dip, just like this.
Yep.
So, Chris, you can mix that up.
And I got to tell you something. We do not, in our house, we used to have canned fish, canned tuna, canned salmon. We don't do it anymore because once you try this, you're never going to have another piece, like another canned tuna in your house. Because the freshness of this, whenever we cook our salmon, Brittany, for dinner, we cook a couple extra pieces of this so we can actually make this exact dip, this exact salad, and we have it in the refrigerator for a couple days because we have it for like this,
yep.
or we do it for like for salad. Just my wife eats it just with crackers. It is just so delicious.
I'll put it on like little crostinis. If we have people over, I'll make it in the morning and then just get the crostinis out at night and top them. So easy, so simple.
And so classy. I mean, it's just an elegant, you're elevating, literally elevating the dish. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Another thing that I love to do during the week, people always ask me, Rick Domeyer always asks me, Britt, what's your favorite way to prepare the salmon? And I'll be honest, I don't have a favorite way because it goes so well with other things. So right now I'm making a teriyaki salmon stir fry. I have my salmon cooking in the teriyaki sauce with some stir fry vegetables. But a lot of times I might not even have time to do that. So I will take my air fryer, I'll put the teriyaki sauce over my salmon in the air fryer, a little sesame seeds. I will microwave some rice. I don't know if that's cheating, but I will.
Good.
Microwave the steam in the bag broccoli. Again, I don't know if that's cheating. And this is how I will make a quick dinner on a weeknight for my family. This takes 12 minutes in the air fryer, and the microwavable items take about 3 minutes in the microwave total. So I still get to feed my family something that I'm really, really proud of them eating in a matter of minutes. But if you're somebody, let's say you're already eating the salmon all the time, you're on a high protein diet, you know, don't necessarily look forward to those days where you have to eat a lot of the salmon. I always, again, encourage you to try it because I think that those days you'll actually enjoy it. The days that I know I'm gonna have my Faroe Island salmon, I'm satisfied, I'm full, I look forward to the meals. It's really good just like this. I mean, I'm showing you sauces and ways that you can prepare it. But again, just a little salt and pepper if you want, a little squeeze of lemon. It's delicious just like this.
It is, because you don't have that. That actually highlights it. I do love the teriyaki that you're making, because the teriyaki just lends itself so well with salmon. It's always been a favorite. So I really do enjoy that.
Oh, we just heard from our producer that she made it with a triple ginger sauce last night. That sounds delicious. What did you put it in? Air fryer, saute pan, baked. Baked. So just, that's it.
I'll tell you, I have a little secret that I've never given up. I'm going to give it up for the first time today.
Oh.
When I was in culinary school back in the day, we learned a secret on salmon. If you take heavy cream, and you put heavy cream on the salmon on both sides, like generously rub it in heavy cream, and then put a little white wine in the pan, just a little sprinkle, and bake it. The heavy cream actually makes the salmon really, really delicate. And it actually kind of makes a sauce with it, so you don't need anything. It has the wine and the cream. And it's so simple, but it makes it so decadent and rich. It's
Why have you
delicious.
never told me that before?
I don't know, Brittany.
I
saved it for our guest tonight. Yeah, absolutely. It's a special. It's Halloween.
We've been friends a long time. You've never told me that.
And this is a special night. But it comes out really good, and it's just 2 ingredients that I use. Yeah.
It's Captain Chris's tip of the day, they're saying.
It's very simple, very easy, but you're going to love it at home. And again, just so everyone, this is our 10 6-ounce Faroe Island salmon. It's on 5 easy pays of $21.80. It's on auto delivery, which I highly recommend because 8 million, how many do we have left? My Lord. So anyway.
We got to keep going back to the Faroes.
So you can get it every 60 days on auto delivery. And I can tell you right now, with the things that you can do with this salmon, it's something that you should take advantage of. It's great for dips. You can do it in so many different ways. The way that Brittany just showed you, a couple different ways away. I do it, my secret, our triple ginger that our producer is doing it with. There's just so many ways to cook this, and it's just such an incredible, healthy salmon that you're going to enjoy at home.
I agree. And we've had callers that have, during days that we've had the TSB with this item, give us their recipes. And they're all so different because it is such an incredible, versatile piece of fish. The individual packaging is huge, again, because there's no waste and no freezer burn is going to happen. These will last up to about a year in your freezer.
Yes. Okay, so again, this is 5 easy payments at $21.80. Jump on the auto delivery for every 6 days for 1 year. And again, our Faroe Island 10 6-ounce salmon, just one of our favorites, Brittany. And obviously, 4 million.
Oh, our OTO from earlier is now completely sold out.
Oh.
So everybody that was able to pick that up, I think you're really going to enjoy that